And welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday morning. Welcome back to Rogue Actions Part 2. Here, guys. We are going to continue our discussion on the Hera thoughts. We're going to specifically look at, so we kind of got like the initial thoughts over on Ramvam's channel, and now we're going to look at the adjustments that CG is making here and how that could affect our reward tracks, and if that changes our opinions at all, guys. If you didn't see the part 1 of the discussion, plus some double drop suggestions, guys, and a good kind of little layout on what to do for double drops, guys, get over to part 1 right now, guys. You can find that link down below, everybody. And make sure you watch Rogue Actions Part 1 first, then come back here for Part 2. With that being said, Ram, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So like I said, guys, we talked about the initial thoughts of the Hera update that came out with CG. And now we're going to look at the make good. And we'll talk briefly about that. There's not a whole lot with that. But specifically, we'll look at the adjustment they're making to the scoring system here with the daily quests and the galactic challenges moving forward, and see if that adjusts our thoughts any, or if we're still kind of in the same general boat with it. So, with that being said, Ram, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the post. Sorry, guys, it is bright mode. You watch Ram, though, so you should be prepared for this. You've been training for this, guys.
Wow.
So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Shaka.
A couple of things to go over. The make good. So the make good, remember, if you guys remember, when the update first came out, if you had already done some of your daily objectives, I believe is the term back then you were not able to complete your daily quests for the day because it didn't roll over to the new update. That, again, I don't think anybody was super mad about that. Like, people understand that kind of thing is going to happen as you push out an update. There's not a lot you can do about that as long as they make good what was missed.
Yep.
Which is what they're doing here. So it says you're going to get 3,600 episode points. You get 65 crystals. I would have liked to see that be at least 70, because I think the minimum you can get for that for the daily is 70. So I'm a little surprised at how low that is. 200 squad arena currency, which I think is regular. 115 fleet arena currency. 25,000 ship upgrade currency. I have no idea if those are regular or not, to be clear, guys. 1 Omega ability material, 45 sim tickets, 200 ally points. Again, I'm assuming all of that's pretty much the normal stuff. Training droids, 7 3-star ship training droids, and then 1 each of the 2 mystery boxes, including daily rewards. So basically, this is kind of your standard stuff, with the exception being the crystals. I think they could have done a little better on that one. But it's pretty much what you would have gotten for your daily rewards anyway. So again, that's pretty much on par with what we would have gotten. So I have no issue with that. And it also says they'll be granting an additional 25,000 episode points to all players over level 85. So as a reminder, guys, this is not the currency that you use in the store. That's my first thought, was like, why are we getting this much currency when the cap is only 30,000? I was like, this is dumb. And then I realized it's the points. So this is the points that moves you along the track. It's not actually the currency that allows you to buy gear and all that jazz. So again, it's a nice thing. It's a nice little bonus to everybody. And as they say, this is corporate speak, guys. Just take that in mind, that they're, committed to making sure this is a smooth and enjoyable experience, blah, 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 blah. So with that being said, Ram, are you okay with this make good? Do you think this is good enough? Do you think we should have gotten a little bit more of a, here's something for your, your pain? Or are you okay with just exactly what we missed out on, basically?
I mean, it didn't really affect me. I logged in the morning of, like I normally do, like I said in the other video. Did my normal routine and called it a day, and then the update went live, and I was like, oh, well, I already did all this. I guess I can't do it again. Oh well.
Wait, so you actually completed all of your dailies prior to the update?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, so for me, I couldn't, because I do my fleet arena battles at the end of the day, like before my payout. So I wasn't able to complete that stuff.
Yeah, I don't entirely care about fleet arena.
So you just do it whenever you're like, peace. Uh-oh. Where did Ram go? Ram?
Am I back?
Oh, there he is. Hi, Ram.
I froze. You froze.
Yeah,
did
we
I
all
freeze,
froze.
or did you freeze?
I don't know. I think I was okay, but it's hard to tell because I can't see I don't see like an upload thing because I'm not streaming.
Yeah, my end was fine too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird. Whatever.
People got to just watch your face in its pristine shape for a prolonged period of time. I'm sure they loved that.
It matched the
screen. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so you're okay with it.
I didn't really care. I mean, the nice thing is the 25,000 episode points, because depending on where you're at in the track, that's actually going to get you some really good rewards.
Yeah, so that's kind of I would say that's the make good for your pain and suffering aspect of it, instead of getting crystals or something like that. So I'm okay with it. It's weird. It's a very weird complaint. My only complaint is, so a lot of us are trying to kind of gauge how far we make it in the track based on the way that we play, and this is going to skew that. So it's going to make it kind of tough to really gather data on, how far people are getting, how much are they actually getting of the, the reward that they're purchasing with the pass and things like that. So that's my only complaint about it. I would have rather this just been crystals, so it doesn't mess up that tracking that a lot of people are doing, but it's still a make good for our pain and suffering, so I'm okay with it. All right, so moving on to the adjustment.
How many points does it take to get through one level of a track?
That's 5 levels. So it's 5,000 per level. So you're getting 5 levels. Okay,
so you just take away 5 levels.
Yeah, you just subtract it. That's a good call.
Just take away 5 levels. Once you hit the 50, depending on when you hit the 50, take away 5 levels from that.
It's 5-ish, because you'll have the additional 3,600 here too.
No, the 36 I believe is roughly around what you'll get daily anyway.
Oh, okay. So that would have been okay. Never mind then. Okay, so yeah,
so that would have been about normal. So just take away about 5 levels from the
track, and you're good.
From the track, depending on when you hit level 50.
That's a good call.
And then that's about where you're at.
Good call. I didn't think of that. Okay, moving on.
Courtesy of Sweens.
Fish happens, man. You guys with that reference if you know Sweens. Okay, the adjustment. So they listened to some of our feedback. They say that they collected data. I tend to question how much data they actually got, but clearly they got something. Because I think, as you guys will see these numbers here, these are not random numbers. It's not like it's just an adjustment by 50 for every level, which tells me that they did run numbers. They did crunch numbers, and they are making adjustments based on, algorithms and fancy mathematical things that I don't understand. Retrogrades and, that kind of thing. Anyway, so it says we'll update episode points granted by the Galactic Challenge feats and daily quests in our next update. So those are the 2 things right now that they are adjusting, guys. The Galactic Challenge feats, not the feats themselves, but the scoring of those feats, and then the scoring of the daily quests as well. Again, they're not adjusting the actual feats themselves, just the scoring. Episode point rewards per feat at each Galactic Challenge tier will be adjusted as follows. This will take effect starting with the Galactic Challenge that begins the day after General Syndulla is released. So that will be next week, I believe. I'm assuming she's coming out like the day before Thanksgiving, given the current cadence of things. But we could be wrong on that. They might wait until after the Thanksgiving break, but I doubt it. So, and it says, the final thing here, the general overall aspect of this, guys, is to front load the earlier tiers to help players move down the track at a faster rate. So, to be clear, front loading it does not move you at a faster rate. I don't like the way they worded that. They're not giving you more points. They're just front loading it. It allows you to get a sense of achievement faster. So again, if I pull my teacher psychology 101 out of this, guys, they're not actually moving you at a faster rate. Anyone that knows anything about physics understands rate and motion and speed and velocity and all that jazz. You're not getting an increase in points. You're just getting more points at the beginning and less points at the end. So you're just going to get an earlier sense of satisfaction, aka they're giving you more dopamine at the beginning to get you addicted. Anyway, moving on. I just gotta CG speak translator, guys. Yep. Okay, so tier 1 is changing from 250 to 350. Tier 2, 275 to 375. You guys can see the numbers. I'm not reading through this entirely. But what you can see here, guys, is it's not a direct 1-to-1 ratio. So it's not like they took 100 points and made it 100 points the entire way through. They adjust the levels, and you can see here it remains the same. They adjust how much each level is adjusting, usually between 75 and 100. But to me, this screams that they are saying, okay, how can we front load it but still have everything be exactly the same, which is why I'm saying it's not necessarily a faster rate. So, in theory, this will allow you to get things more easily at the lower levels. And so for Galactic Challenges specifically, guys, what this means is that the feats like having a specific faction, having a 7-star character, those you'll be able to get a little bit more points from because you'll have them, at least some level of usability at the lower levels of the Galactic Challenge. And you probably will have a 3 or a 4-star character that's coming out. So to be clear, this does help a little bit. I know I'm saying it doesn't help you get them at a faster rate because it doesn't technically by definition, but it does allow more people that don't have these things to be able to get some more points. So the real wording should be it helps you to progress a little bit further on the track, not necessarily at a faster rate. The other adjustment we kind of skipped over this one. They'll be increasing the amount of episode points granted by daily quests from 300 per quest to 350 episode points. So this is actually a fairly sizable amount, and this is the one where you could argue this is a faster rate because you are actually getting more points here for the daily completion of things. So again, and this is all in how they're wording it. Faster rate, not true for Galactic Challenge. Faster rate for dailies, yes. You could argue that because you are getting more points from that. So basically, it comes down to, again, 50 points per day, guys. 7 days a week, you're getting 250 more points a week. That can add up to a decent amount over the course of a month. What is that? Roughly 1,000, right? I think is what it is, 1,000 points a month. So it will allow you to move, again, I don't want to say at a faster rate. It's just allowing you to progress further on the track. It's semantics on that one. But, Ram, the big question here is, so we've taken this adjustment into account. Do we think this is, first of all, we're not saying is this fixing the entirety of the update. That's not what we're asking because we're not getting into that. That's a whole nother story. But do you think this adjustment is a reasonable adjustment, or do you think this is just ridiculous and it still means absolutely nothing?
It's ridiculous.
Really?
You want to know why?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I just ran the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little calculator, right? I suck at math, but a little calculator.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to these changes, this is how many points you were getting out of... never mind. Hold on. Never mind. It's reasonable. I misread it. Never mind. I suck. I misread it. All right. So prior to the update, you were getting, where the hell did I say it at? And it just disappeared. Awesome. Now I gotta run the numbers again. I want to say it was around 4,500 points. Okay. Prior to the update. Okay. Prior to the changes. After the changes, you are actually moving down the track at a faster rate because you're getting an extra couple hundred points. I think it was 4,550 was the number I came to prior to change. After change, 4,725. So I thought it flip-flop. That's why I said it was ridiculous. It's not a super fast rate, but it is technically a little bit faster.
You're moving. That's not even one full level.
Oh, I know.
A full level is 5,000.
I know. So where it's helping, I feel, it's not helping us. Mm-hmm. We could do tier 10 with relative ease. It's helping the people that are just starting out, just hitting ability 5, only doing tier 3, tier 4. They don't have the pass. They don't have good rebel fighters. They don't have good Tuskens. It's helping out those types of players in a small sense.
You just described me for the most part. Outside of Hu Yang, all of those apply to me.
You don't have Tuskens?
No, I don't have Tuskens. I don't have the Rebel Fighter team either.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, all right.
And I'm almost at a 12 mil account. Like, this applies to a lot of the player base, man.
It does. It does. It's a technically CG's not wrong by saying it helps you move down the track at a faster rate.
The daily quest part, yeah, that is a faster rate technically, because it's increasing your amount every day.
Right. there's that, and then the changes that they changed from tier 1 to tier 10. It is an extra 175 points. So it is kind of moving you down the track at a faster rate, I guess. If you're comparing a caterpillar to a snail, it might be. I don't know. It seems like such a minute change. We'd have to actually see it in practice and see, not necessarily from our perspectives, because again, ours is going to be skewered, right? You're going to have these 7-star characters, so you're getting that stuff. Plus, you bought the pass, I bought the pass, so we both have the pass feats.
I'll be moving at a Marlin's,
I'm typically able to do
pace.
Right. Yeah. So we'd have to see from the comments from other people.
We need the anemone take on this.
Yes. Yes. We need the Finding Nemo
take. If we're going to use all of the fish references like dolphins and whales and stuff, we need the anemone take. The people that barely move.
Anemone isn't even, that's a plant.
I think it's technically a living,
it's not a fish
thing. Oh God, are we going to have to Google this? We're getting all off the track. All right. Speaking of tracks.
Anemone.
So that was the update / make good. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, kind of part 2 of this section of this, guys, is the bonus track itself. So on the bonus track itself, we're doing a little bit of experiment here on the channel. And I'm sure a lot of people are doing this, but this is where I really want to hear your individual thoughts as community members as we go through this, because everyone has such an individualized way that they play. I think it's going to be interesting to see all the different outcomes of this. By the way, guys, if you have thoughts on the make good and the adjustment and stuff, let us know that as well. I'd be interested to see your thoughts on that too. But so on our Friday stream, we talked to a couple of different people in the community that are kind of at different levels. So I am like I said, we're running at like a Marlin pace. We're going super fast because I have the Hu Yang. I'm wailing on Ahsoka. I bought the pass. I didn't buy the plus pass. That's not really that worth it in my opinion. But if you look at my track progress, guys, and this is me doing just the daily normal stuff. I'm not like chasing quests, to be clear. Because I don't want that. I don't want necessarily someone that's going to chase it. Because if you're chasing it, you're probably going to buy everything anyway. So I just want to kind of get the regular, everyday, normal player's perspective with this. That's logging in every day, doing all your daily requirements, that kind of thing, and what the progress is at the different tiers. So for instance, for me, I'm getting everything. Right now, I am at level 20. I have seen some people that are past that. I don't know whether they had the plus pass or the regular pass, but most people that I've seen that have both the character and the regular pass are in this realm. And to be clear, guys, we're recording this on Sunday, not Monday. Okay, so keep that in mind. When we did the stream on Friday, so Slash Van Rhodes, shout out to Slash Van Rhodes, he has an alternate account that is completely free to play, but he plays it on a daily basis. So he is going to kind of keep track, and we're going to do a little compare and contrast, to use some more educational jargon, of his account progress versus our account progress and the difference between those two things. And then also shout out to Avant. So Avant on the Three Scoundrels Cantina is another one. He is not wailing on the character, but he did get the pass. So we're going to try to kind of break down the 3 different levels and see how different the different tracks are for each of us. Because remember, the initial thought is with the bonus track, guys, is that the benefit from it is significant. But a lot of that significance occurs as you continue far down this track. And what worries me, so I'll probably max it out because I'm going to have the characters. What worries me is that people like, say, Avant, for instance, that buy the pass and are not willing on the characters are going to struggle to get like to 32, let's say. And then all of these things that make it look great, you're not going to achieve. That's one of my biggest concerns with this. And as nice as the adjustment that CG has made looks, again, it's a front loading of stuff. It's not necessarily going to help you move faster to get to the end of this, with the exception being the daily quest increase. Again, that will help. Ram, you're not wailing on the characters, but you got the pass, correct?
Yes.
So where are you at currently in this track progress? I'm intrigued to see where you're at, because you're kind of like in the same boat as Avant right now.
Yeah, I am around 15, 16.
So you're doing pretty well then. That's pretty good. That's better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too far behind. You know, obviously, like I said, the Galactic Challenge one I can't do yet, and then we have we're recording this on Sunday, so you still have Sunday's event and then Monday's event to come out as well.
Right.
So you know, there's a couple days difference there from what other people might be seeing when they're watching this video, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, currently I think I'm at 16, crossing into 17. So only what 3-4 levels behind you.
So that's a lot better. What's your Hu Yang at star wise? Is he 4?
4.
4 stars. Okay.
4,
so,
and he's only there because like I explained in my video.
Yeah.
He's there because I got
shards.
those 20 shards, which allowed me to do that extra tier to get the 4-star, the 3 shards every, or the 5 shards every day. Right.
So as a compare right now, guys, if memory serves correctly, when we did this on Friday, so I think on Friday at around 15. Slash Van Rhodes, his alt was only around 5 or 6 though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
The free-to-play approach was way further behind, and that's what worries me. I think so. Again, I think one of the big things that makes the pass probably going to be worthwhile is that front loading of character shards. As long as that happens, you're able to get that character to 4 stars. That will allow you to progress a little bit more in some of these galactic challenges, things like that. It'll open up some more feats for you to be able to do in the character quests. I think people will see that benefit. What worries me is Hera. Okay? Hera, when Hera comes out, when the second marquee of the episode comes out, that character, you're going to get the shards through a feat that will become known at a later date. Not a guaranteed unlock of shards. So what worries me is that this progress that we're seeing right now from like Ram, someone that has bought the pass and is not willing on the characters, I worry that we're going to see a massive decline in progress once that second marquee character comes out, because as we're seeing, they're locking content and as a result rewards behind the paywall and not just the rewards themselves. So I'm a little bit concerned about this. We're obviously not going to go into heavy detail about this, guys, because this is kind of an ongoing tracking situation here. But I wanted to just put this out as a kind of a PSA for everybody. And I really want to hear from you guys, the community, on this. Let me know, what kind of track you're taking. Are you a free-to-play playing daily? Even worse, are you a free-to-play that kind of plays occasionally? Because they're out there. Like I have a IRL friend that plays this game, and he just plays very, very casually free-to-play. And he's not going to see any of this stuff. Or are you someone like Ram, who is buying the pass but not wailing on the characters? Or are you someone like me, who's going all in and all out on this? And I just want to see where people's progress is on this track. So let us know in the comments down below, guys. What's your approach to this, and where are you currently at in the pass? And we're going to kind of compile all this data and take it into account and see what it looks like after the first month here, after the first episode. I'm super intrigued to see the outcome of that. Ram, do you think it's going to be even? Do you think it's going to be uneven? What do you think?
I think it's going to be uneven, but here's something I wanna say. Mm-hmm. So according to their post, this is from CG's words. Mm-hmm. Fear not if you are a free-to-play player, so Slash, who completes all your daily quests and episode quests and engages in galactic challenges. So if you want to go to the episode quests real quick and show what those are, they're talking about all those, right? So if you complete all of those and you do all your daily quests every day and you engage in galactic challenges, it doesn't say if you complete them all or anything. It just says if you engage in galactic challenges, you can expect to complete the free track by the end of the episode. So the episode expires when chapter 4 starts 15 days. We have a month? I think
you have 28 days. Yeah, 28 days to complete it.
Okay. So they are saying that free-to-play can complete the free track by the end of the episode. The free track, not the bonus rewards. Mm-hmm. And that's equivalent to 4 red crates and 4 gold crates is what they're going off of.
Right.
They're saying that the episode pass allows you to complete down the track more quickly, obviously earning bonus rewards, and then where people are going to start getting kind of jammed up at is those bonus reward crates. So the bonus or the getting the pass allows you to get more of those bonus crates. Getting a pass plus allows you to get even more of those. I think it came out to like, I think the pass gives you like 19 perspective bonus crates. The pass plus with the characters gives you getting everything gives you like 38 or 39 bonus crates, I think is what the math came out to be. So in theory, everybody should be able to complete the pass itself, whether you got the pass or whether you got just the free track. That's looking at the numbers perspective, but again, I don't know if the numbers
will correlate with the way people actually play.
Because what CG is saying you should be at might not be where players are actually capable of being at. Like with the Galactic Challenges, they're saying engage. Free to play should be able to, as long as you engage with it. But as I pointed out in my video, a lot of players are only able to do 1 feat.
Right. What's their definition?
Because the other two
engage?
are locked out. Right.
Yeah.
What's the definition of engage? Are you talking 2 feats at minimum? Are you talking the standard gold crate? What is it? That's the question that remains to be seen.
Yeah. The group that I'm most interested to see results from, and unfortunately they're going to be the hardest group to get because they just don't watch content like this, is the group that plays very casually free to play. Like I mentioned, my IRL friend, so the advantage of the Galactic Challenge crates was that you had 3 days to complete that stuff, and it would take you maybe 15 minutes, let's say, probably on the high end, versus this you have to do every single day for the entirety of the time that you play the game. Like it's a total shift in the way that people play the game in order to achieve these feats and things. And I get CG's doing that on purpose, to be clear. They want people to be in the game longer. They want them to engage in the game longer.
Yep.
I understand, like, that's absolutely what they're trying to do, and they're achieving it here. But that's going to be tough for a lot of people that play the game very casually, and it's a big part of the player base that unfortunately we don't think about a lot because they're not the people that show up and watch these videos and things. We're not hearing their voices in a lot of our comments on YouTube and in our streams and things like that. But I'm really intrigued to see their side of this. Like I said, I'm lucky enough to have an IRL friend that's in that situation. But if you are someone that really plays casually and you just like watching this stuff for fun, you're the voice I definitely want to hear from, because you're the voice that's, a minority and we don't get to hear from very much, even though you probably are a majority within the game, to be honest with you. I hope I said the word majority correctly for all of you. But anyway, all right. Let us know in the comments down below, guys, like I said, about all that stuff. Really interested to see everyone's thoughts on that and that progress. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about, Ram, on probably a little bit more of a positive note, is the 4th set of Ahsoka requirements. We got a recent update via a puzzle on Friday night. We didn't get all 4 of them, but we got 3 of them, and I think it's pretty safe to assume who the 4th one is going to be. So let me go ahead and bring this up on screen for you guys so you can see this here. The first kind of main post that they put out. What? That's the wrong one. I'm getting ahead of myself already. The first thing that they put out was General Syndulla, Hera Syndulla specifically. They gave us a little picture of her, some artwork. They gave us some of her abilities. We're going to look at that in a second here. But then the big information thing that they put out for us was this: that Hera will be required for GL Ahsoka at Relic 5, not 7. Relic 5.
Surprising.
Yes, surprising. I was shocked by that. And that Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Starfighter, or SNPs, will be required at 7 stars. So those two, in addition to Huyang, give us 3 out of the 4. Ram, first thoughts on this. Just with those 3 requirements out of the 4, do you think that's a reasonable 3 of 4, or do you think it's a ridiculous 3 of 4?
Absolutely reasonable. I mean, yes, it's 2 marquees, and like it or not, we already knew 2 marquees was going to be coming, so that shouldn't have been a shock.
Yep.
At this point, the 2 marquees make sense if you've seen the show. I can't complain about it. I'm not personally going to get her anytime soon, so those marquees, they're not going to hold me up at all, because I'm just going to farm them casually like I normally do, and I'll get Ahsoka when I get Ahsoka. The real surprise here is Snip's Starfighter.
See, I disagree. Go ahead. I disagree on that.
We've talked about this before in previous videos and previous Rogue Actions.
Yep.
You called this from, I think, day one that they were going to bring this ship out.
Yep, day one.
And I said that'd be too much of a gift, and you said no. I disagree because a lot of newer players are not going to have this, but a lot of newer players are also not going to whale on what 6 marquees at this point.
Well, not necessarily, because here's the thing. Here's the thing with this model and like the Jabba model is that you could not have anything else in the game, and you could go for this and get this. It's going to cost you a lot of money. But outside of Kat, who is a conquest character, you could whale on this and get this pretty quickly. Kat has been around for a long time, though, so a lot of people could get her. Well, and now they've put out those packs. This totally backs up what I'm saying. Like, so you could be a brand new player, and you could theoretically whale on this character. They've done a really good job with that in making this something that is accessible to new players. It's going to cost an arm and a leg, but there's no strong wall that will prevent you from being able to get it, like you may have had with like Leia. To some degree could have had some things that would hold you up, certainly back in the day with like Lord Vader and JMK. Those ones definitely had hard walls for any new player at the time. I think that's something they've done a good job of enabling the new players to be able to still whale on these kinds of things. But yeah, I don't think it's as I don't think that's as much of a gimme as people think. Obviously, for us in the late game, yes, it's very much a gimme, but they're still getting money from us. You know, I mean, we're still spending a ton of money on these marquees. Again, I think CG has realized that if they can make this more accessible to everybody, they can make more money from it. It's funny. I've heard different takes on this from different content creators, where some people think that's totally false. And that the more you make this accessible to other people, the less money you're going to get from CG's standpoint. And I disagree on that. I think the more people that you have investing in it, the more money they're going to get. Period. End of story. I get that there's a limited number of people that have the income to do it, but there's probably a lot of people out there that have the income to do it and don't, because it's a frivolous use of money in their opinions. But if you make it something that's accessible and they love it as much as like I do, like I've never whaled before, and I'm doing it for the first time. Like, I think they're reeling a lot of people in with this by making this semi-accessible to a lot of new people. Personally, so for me, it's totally reasonable. Totally reasonable.
It's accessible. They need to fine tune the term microtransactions, right? Because here's the thing: is there are a lot of people who all over Reddit, all over YouTube, all over Twitch, we've seen them everywhere. They've all said, yeah, I can't justify $20-$30 packs. I can't do that. And 6 marquees, I can't justify that. Yep. But I can justify $5 or maybe $10.
Yep.
And back in the day, used to have $5-$10 packs.
Yep.
Now you have $30 packs.
$20-$30, yeah.
Right. And so CG is not making it accessible in that sense, because you have people that are going to spend that. Absolutely, done deal. Goodbye, right? But then you have a large player base that is not going to spend that much, and so they're just going to take their sweet time. Like me, if you made a pack $10, I'd probably nab it up, because to me that just makes sense. I can't justify $30 every single marquee. I can't do it.
Yep.
On top of the Conquest Pass, on top of now the episode pass, you're looking easily with this GL Ahsoka. If all you got was the character passes or the character packs, it's what, 6 marquees. So 30 times what 6 is, I don't know. There you go. Right. So 180 just on that. This has been out over the course of 3 months. So you're looking at the Conquest. So if you do the regular pass, that's 210. Now you're talking about the episode pass, which I justify the episode pass. So that's $230 minimum.
Right.
Over 3 months, $230 minimum. That is not a microtransaction.
No.
So you want to make this accessible, truly accessible? fine tune that a bit, but they won't. That's the thing. They won't. But
yeah, they've set their price points. But yeah, it's a good point. If they really do want to get more of the player base engaged in this, they should reduce those pay points. I don't think they're going to, though. They're not going to ever reduce those.
No.
They'd rather
you have too many people that are willing to spend it.
Well, they'd rather keep them at or increase them and give more rewards to make it worth it. Like all the crystals that are in these packs now that never used to be.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, yeah, I still think it's relatively, compared to what it could have been, friendly. Again, obviously, we don't know the fourth character yet. We'll do that in a moment. With that being said, guys, so obviously General Syndulla is one of the ones that was the one that was announced here along with that information. Let's go ahead and take a look at her artwork, as well as just a little bit of the kit stuff that they gave us, and play Guess That Kit. Guess That Kit, guys. New game that we just came up with. So, first of all, Ram, artwork. What do you think of the artwork here?
It's tough to see because I don't have the right perspective of her.
I think that's going to be the ultimate thing that is making this character kit release reasonable or ridiculous.
It's like I'm just gonna be real here.
Yep,
I'm just gonna be real here. Based on this artwork,
doesn't look good, guys.
It's not looking good.
No.
I'm not finding it to be an accurate representation of General Syndulla and Obi-Wan Kenobi's wife. And I'm not talking Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm talking Ewan McGregor. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I think the artwork might be off here, and CJ may need to make some adjustments before release, but I doubt they will. However, I think we can all attest to something that, regardless of how this character's kit is, this is going to be one of the most spun characters in the game.
Well, yes. How long that spin lasts is a whole other question, but...
No. It doesn't matter if the spin only goes 180. Okay, you're still spinning it.
True. It's still a spin regardless. Yeah, I think the actual artwork itself is really impressive. Like this almost looks like a photo. Like in all honesty, they got Mary Elizabeth Winstead's likeness down to a T here. But yeah, I agree. The curvature of their artwork towards the lower torso is. It's questionable, guys. It's questionable.
But I have to refrain from making a great judgment on artwork because this is the same company that put out Potato Ray.
Oh yeah, God! Can you imagine that artwork compared to today? Holy cow! Wow. Yeah. In that vein, it's already better than what it was. Okay, so. The abilities that we have here, so we have what looks to be probably 3 abilities, 1 unique and 2 specials, followed by, surprisingly, a unique, I think. Usually they don't show the uniques in these artwork pictures here.
It might not be a unique, it might be a lead.
Usually a lead doesn't look like that, though, does it? I thought the all-blue art like that was always a unique.
I don't know. I think I thought it was leads as well.
Maybe. Ram.
And so actually, no. So yeah, they are blue because regular Hera does not have a unique. All she has is a lead, and it's the blue. It's the Phoenix logo, right?
I'm looking right now. I'll come back to that answer in a second. Ram, what are your thoughts on the basic, the Blurg Blaster? What are your thoughts on it, and what do you think that ability might do?
I'm be honest. I don't particularly know because how I'm expecting her to be used is as a Fox leader until people get Ahsoka.
Yep, I can see that.
And then have her in as a 5th or have as a stand-in for the regular team. So obviously it's got to be something Spectre related. It's got to be something that's going to, I don't know, with the basic, maybe some like, doesn't Sabine, you might know this better. Doesn't Sabine work well with like crit chance, crit damage or whatever? Or I'm thinking
she does. She can ramp some of that stuff. Yeah.
So maybe maybe the basic, just putting out like some extra offense and crit damage and whatnot. Nothing
like crit
too
damage
special,
up, crit chance up,
yeah, crit chance up, crit damage up, just putting out some buffs to like characters that don't have it.
I can
maybe
see
something
that.
along those lines.
I can see that. I like the blurg reference. I think that's cool. A Mandalorian reference. Obviously, that has nothing to do with the show. We didn't see blurgs in Ahsoka show, but still, just kind of a cool thing. I don't think that exists anywhere in Star Wars mainstream media.
I'm pretty sure it is a. Well, no, but I think it is a canon
in like Legends or something like that, possibly. Yeah.
That type of blaster.
To answer the leadership questions, so some leaderships are all blue like that. Some of them are not. So I don't think we have a definitive answer one way or the other, unfortunately. Hera specifically in the Phoenix squad is all blue like that, though. So maybe. Pulling rank. So to me, this looks like it's absolutely giving everyone and their uncle a crap ton of buffs and healing and protection and all that stuff. Like, this totally looks like a support type ability here. Probably a cleanse would be my guess. What do you think, Ram? What do you think pulling rank might be?
Pulling rank, yes. Definitely buffs, definitely a cleanse, definitely a heal or so. Possibly even a forced taunt, right? So
maybe.
Pulling rank. I mean, just going off of that premise, she's controlling the battlefield. Well, what's a way for her to control the battlefield? Force enemies to target a specific person. So either that's targeting herself and like, putting undispellable foresight on her, but also marking herself so that you have to target her. Or maybe force taunting on Chopper or another character. I don't know.
I could see it being labeled as like player with most health protection taunts.
Well, kind of like Master Qui-Gon, right? So Master Qui-Gon, when Decoy Amidala is not out, his I want to say his second ability, not the dice rolling, but the second one,
right,
stealths everybody, but also gives him foresight, and he's already got a ton of evasion and whatnot. Right, so it kind of puts like a false taunt onto him.
Right, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I'm not just going to sit around. This clearly has to be an AOE, yeah, like an orbital 100%. Bombardment, yeah, without a doubt.
100%. That's like Wedge. That screams Wedge to me.
Yeah. I think that's probably the most obvious one. The question is obviously what kind of bonus things happen. Is it like unavailable, that kind of thing? Does it dispel all buffs as well? All that stuff. I could see it being a mass dispel as well. Yeah.
I'd say dispel. I'd say tenacity down, offense down, defense down, things like that. I'd say it's, maybe not unavoidable, but maybe unresistible.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I don't know. Like if they have foresight, it's fine, but if it hits, it's gonna hit everything. I don't know.
See, I'd rather see it be unavoidable than unresistible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I don't.
And then,
I don't think you get both.
And then unauthorized mission. So first of all, do you think this is a leadership or unique?
Lead.
Okay. And what do you think it'll be? Just a substitute for Ahsoka, essentially?
Yeah, a toned down version. I mean, you go back to, Bastila versus Jedi Knight Revan, right? You had a good lead.
Yep. It
was usable. But it significantly changed the aspect of the team once Jedi Knight Revan came out. Same kind of premise.
I can see that.
It's going to be useful, but you're not ever going to use it until, once you get Ahsoka, you're never going to use it again.
I could see a lot of Spectre synergy from it, but not Force connection or Exile synergy. Because I think Ahsoka is going to focus on that, because that's where a lot of their damage comes from, is the passing of Exile and the ramping of Force connection. So I think General Syndulla will give a lot of bonuses and probably stats and things like that to the Spectres and give them a functional ability, but it will not allow them to ramp up and take out GLs and things because they just won't have the damage to do it.
Honestly, I think it'll be. I think her lead might mirror a little bit of her Phoenix counterpart.
I can see that, yeah.
Maybe not necessarily the sharing of uniques,
right?
But maybe sharing the buffs.
I could see sharing
giving like last stand at the start of the battle or whatever that buff is, that when they die they come back type thing.
Right.
Maybe giving that at the start of the battle instead of throughout the battle. I don't know.
It'd be kind of cool to see her leadership be basically all stat stuff, and then maybe like a the revival thing, and then Ahsoka enables all Spectre ally leaderships to also be in play, so that her leadership could also apply when she's in the squad under Ahsoka. That'd be kind of neat to see something like that.
Yeah.
That would again. It would
be a first.
Yeah, it would.
Well, it wouldn't be a first because when you use an ally, you get their leadership as well as yours. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. It'd be a neat little callback to them, I think, to make that a thing. And again, that keeps them from being super overpowered when not with Ahsoka, but functional. So
well, and it also, if they do that, that also locks her in to that team because she's the only one with a lead.
Correct.
We're presuming that she's the only one with a lead, so that locks her into that team as a mandatory use. Which at that point, I as cool as that would be, I don't think they would do that.
See, I think it's a neat callback though to the Phoenix Squad because they share their uniques, don't they?
They share their uniques. I don't think they would do that, and the reason why is because most every GL, I feel like every GL works interchangeably throughout its faction and has like 4 main characters, and then that 5th is kind of fluid, right? So we already know Hu Yang, Sabine, Ezra, and Ahsoka.
See, I feel like Hu Yang is the one that's going to be flexible because he's got a lot of droid synergy. I could see him being a flexible one. I'm not saying that that's a good move, but he's the one that I think would be probably the most flexible to move out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, let us know in the comments down below, guys. What do you think about the artwork? What do you think about the kits? Do you think we're totally off base on that? Do you like the idea of what we're saying? Or what ideas do you have for these abilities? I think without a doubt, no matter whether it's in these or something else, there's going to be an allusion to Kanan's legacy, clearly. Because we've seen that with Ezra as well as Sabine. He's going to have something in Hera's kit, clearly. I'm intrigued to see what that'll be. But intrigued to hear your thoughts down below, guys, in the comments. Last but not least, guys, we're going to go ahead and move over into our Master of Memes section, guys. Again, just in case any of you don't know, we do this over on Twitch/Discord on Friday nights, and we crown our winner there, and then we shout those people out on Saturday. Usually, I haven't done that yet so far, guys. Sorry, I'm slacking. And then we also shout you guys here out on Rogue Actions. So, with that being said, let's get into it and check out this week's Master of Memes, everybody. We've got, this is so on point for this week, too. Will you stop spending money on SWGOH? Yesterday, I bought 5 packs. Versus, wow, why is my stuff off-centered? That's weird. Versus, take her somewhere special. Permane Brothers. Most people are not going to get that one. That is a Pittsburgh staple, guys. Pittsburgh staple right there. It is top tier, S tier, better than anything you will find in Philly ever. Place to eat food. Take that, Job. Ram. Which one do you like best and do you think should win, sir?
So I was not here for yesterday, or Friday, so I actually don't know who the winner was.
I think it's a safe bet, though.
There's a clear winner.
Yes.
It's not even a like last week it was a contest. It was I think this one should have won and this one won. The Pittsburgh one is only for people that are going to get that reference. This one is just completely on point. And the way you said it, yesterday I bought 5 packs. Like that sells it right there. That's the winner.
Yeah. So I obviously want to pick the Permane ones because I love Permanes and I'm from Pittsburgh, which means that clearly no one was going to vote for that. Remember, guys, it's not what Ram and I think, it's what you think. And the vote spoke, guys. It is, will you stop spending money on SWGOH? Yesterday, I bought 5 packs. Spoken from a true whale, I believe. I believe this person is a true whale. He spends some money on the game. Ooh. Our Master of Memes this week is none other than Russ Cooks, guys. Russ Cooks taking the crown again. He's got some solid meme game, guys. Solid meme game.
I'm actually surprised that the restaurant one was not Russ Cooks.
No, that was, I forget who that was now, off the top of my head.
This doesn't have anything to do with food. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, no, he doesn't always do food. He's just got a lot of food ones. Guys, let us know in the comments. Do you think this was the better of the two? I probably yes. No one, unless you're from Pittsburgh, Chasbo. No one's gonna pick that. But if you think you've got a better meme than this, though, guys, head over to Discord, head over to the Master of Memes channel, put your memes in there, guys, and we will add you to our list. So congrats again to Russ Cooks, guys, on the win. Well done, sir. Ram, any final parting words, sir, before we call it a day?
I had something on the tip of my tongue, and now I don't.
There was something I wanted to end with, too, and I can't remember what it was now. It was some stupid sound that I was going to make because of something that you did in your video.
I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody even stick around and watch these anymore at the very end?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll make chicken sounds. How about that?
Oh, that's what it is. Never forget. Chicken is a chicken.
Chicken is a chicken. In all seriousness, though, guys, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. May you guys enjoy all the times you have with loved ones. Enjoy the time that you got eating food. Enjoy it, guys. We will, like Ram said in part 1 of the video, guys, we will not be doing an episode after Thanksgiving. We'll be enjoying the holiday like you guys should be as well. We'll be back after that for the second week of December, though, to continue some more Rogue Actions with you guys. Love y'all. Peace out. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe, guys.